As it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Come on, baby! Let's go, baby! Come on, boys, keep it going! Take it to them! Here we go! Come on, guys, let's make a play here!
Onward.
Make some plays out there! Oh,
Play action. Now Jackson.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
You talk about this Rams defense.
Against the pass, they've had some issues, ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
To throw is Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. He'll be...
A gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. The Ravens are 11-1 now on the year. And I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat, and they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now, because to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way, because they're not just beating teams, they're dominating them. It's been fun to watch them play, not just in their winning, but how they're getting it done.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw again is Jackson. He'll find Bateman once more. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed, and his elusiveness, and the ability to get him on the ground, and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. Throwing is Jackson. He finds the rookie, Zay Flowers. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. And defensively, these corners struggled last week. They're struggling again here early on the opening drive.
And you know that was not unnoticed on tape. So when they saw their struggle last week, guaranteed they went right into the game plan, attack them early, see if they're going to play any better, and if not, you keep the pressure on them until things change.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And Jackson throwing once more. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know it's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way, and then try to match his athleticism.
It's a 10-yard gain there to set up 1st and goal. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
Jackson. There's Flowers. He's got it. Touchdown, Ravens. A great effort there. Great touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Out of the end zone, it's Tutu Atwell. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 15. Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. You look at this Baltimore defense. Now, they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And I think with as good as their coverage is, and they're also excellent tacklers, they try to keep things in front of them and either make the tackle or you have to run out of bounds because there's nowhere to go. They'll let them dink and dunk all day long.
And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith.
And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Throw caught by Flowers.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Made the quick throw there outside the numbers, and you can feel the thought process. They just wanted to get in his hands and let him make a play. But how about the job they did defensively to keep him bottled up? Instead, they tackle him for a loss.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the 1st down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key 1st down.
We'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Here's Jackson. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a 1st down.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Sliding out of the pocket.
That's complete to the fullback, Ricard.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter.
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7.
From the gun, Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown.
Devin Duvernay
From 17 yards out.
And the Ravens have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Tucker with the extra point. And it's now 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Atwell now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Going right back to Akers.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. Looks like a second empty possession to start the game. It's certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And you figure this should be a healthy, a rested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
It's a pickup of 11 and Baltimore first down.
Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that first down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough with a lot of polish, nice little bumping. This guy could be one of the top backs going forward.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson.
That's to Mitchell out of the backfield.
So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down. I've worked with you long enough now to know you like that decision. Go safe, pressure coming, hit your guy underneath.
It's an excellent decision, but he knew it came with consequences, and that's him getting hit on the play, but able to dump it to his running back and gain some yardage. I liked everything about it.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
And it is caught.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. First down, here's Mitchell.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. And I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball, and they're the ones dictating to the defense.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
From the gun, it's Jackson.
To the right side, into the hands of Flowers.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 4th down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Tucker on for the field goal. A 21-yard attempt.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of...
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Tucker now for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Atwell now from his end zone.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. Still going. And finally, he's out of bounds, but not before a great return. He's all the way inside the 30.
But when the highlight is shown of this play, all attention is going to be on the person running with the football. But how about the group as a whole? Setting up that big-time return, yardage that we won't even account for in the box score, may help them win the game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. You don't see that a ton, do you? A cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Back to throw. Stafford. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
A 55-yard attempt.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns.
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing at the break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board. Give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Guys, dig deep.
Jackson now. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. From the gun on third down, Jackson.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play.
Atwell now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles.
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. Tucker now to add the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Atwell now from his end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's on. Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it.
And running with power here. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in
Season of
December.
giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Here now a 3rd down and 8.
To throw is Jackson. Forced out to his left. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Ravens have taken a 5-touchdown lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Atwell now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Stafford going to give this to Akers. Powering forward, and he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From the 50, Stafford.
They'll set up the screen here to Akers.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again.
And he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Now, we all know that an offensive coordinator and a quarterback, they're aligned at the hip. But when you've got a runner who can get you that kind of yardage, that guy's invaluable.
They'll run on first down with Akers.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
53 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year.
Defense really kept him in check running the football in the first half. Maybe that'll be a spark for him here in half two.
So 2 words come to mind for me. Resilient, because he has to keep bouncing back after some limiting runs. And how about relentless? Keep going, knowing that you may pop one as he just did there.
He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, 2nd down.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Cam Akers, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams are able to claw one back.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. On 2nd down, here's the option.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable, but that time the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
A short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Here comes 3rd down at 7.
Jackson from the shotgun.
Yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 4th down.
Was that even a play?
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson rolling to his right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive.
11 more on that one and another first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They run over center with Mitchell.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Final minute now in the 3rd quarter. Now it's Jackson. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Bobby Brown able to record his 5th sack of the season.
All right, let's give them a little bit of applause here. Good for them, because this has been a defensive nightmare for them thus far. At least they're finally getting a couple of big plays. Won't make the scoreboard of the ride home easier, but one good moment to watch in film next week.
Here's Jackson to throw. Eluding the pressure right.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
It's been a fun game for him so far, but I think he tried to do just a little too much that time. Give the defense a rare win on that snap.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 60-yard attempt.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Ravens send their punter out now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch. Back now in Baltimore. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line.
Trenton Simpson firing in and sticking him for a loss.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again.
And he'll be taken down at the 18.
65 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
The Rams on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Atwell now from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 16-yard line.
Play action. Stafford. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack.
David Ojabo
able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers.
And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Here comes the Rams punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions. But the game is certainly not taking us there.
It's clicking off right now. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away from pretty good yardage, and that time they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of...
Under pressure, they got him again.
Ernest Jones, the linebacker, with a sack.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
They're going to look to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 27.
Now Jackson.
Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown.
Devin Duvernay.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Ravens add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Tucker with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Atwell now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have...
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Mitchell now off the option.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Mitchell.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
Jackson.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
On the counter, Mitchell.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Escaping the pressure right.
A pass caught by Duvernay.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Mitchell.
It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Fans usually love to see scoring, and there's no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago. And you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second.